Hi Stampers, it's Tina Shaw from TinaLovesToStamp.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Fairborn, Ohio. And today I have another project from my Christmas Giftables class that I held on November the 8th of this year, 2020. And this is project number 1. So these are gift card holders. And I cased this design from Chris Slogar, a demo. And these I did in Real Red and the Heartwarming Hugs Designer Series papers. And this is how it works. This bottom comes out, and then of course you'll have your card sitting right in there. Don't have any cards stuck in there today, do I? And then this just goes back up in here, and then just tap this over to get it on so it's straight, kinda. And there it is. So today I'm changing up my designer paper. I'm going to use the plaid tidings. I really like the black and white plaid. I think that's really cute with red. And I'm going to use cherry cobbler with the black and white plaid. So let's get started. So I'm going to go over all my pieces of cardstock and designer paper. This is basic black cardstock, and it's 5.5 by 6 inches. Scored at 3 inches on the 6-inch side, so that will be the center, and then at 1/2 inch from the edge, scored on the 5.5 inch side. So I'm going to set that aside. You can see I've already trimmed that. Then I have another piece of black, which is 5.5 by 3, scored at 1.5 on the 3-inch side. And then it's scored at 1/4 inch on the 5.5 inch side. Then I have another piece of black. This one is 4 by 4 3/4, scored at 1 inch on the 4 3/4 side, right there. Okay, and then I've got a couple of pieces from the plaid tidings designer series paper. This one is cut at 2 7/8 by 4 3/4, and then this one is cut at 1 3/8 by 4 7/8. And when I cut this out, I actually took this piece and lined it up with another piece so I could get it to be exactly the same lines here. So, because I didn't want it to like be off. I guess it doesn't really matter, but I'm kind of picky like that. Okay, this designer paper is called the Classic Christmas Designer Series paper. Then I have a couple of little scraps of cardstock. This is cherry cobbler, and it's cut at 5/8 and then just however long. This one 1/2 inch by, I think, if 6 inches would be good. So I'm actually going to glue those together, and then that's going to be my little ribbon piece that goes behind the bow. Then I've got a piece of Whisper White. Here they are. And this one is 2 by 3 3/4. And this one we're going to stamp on the inside, like right here. Celebrate in Style. Okay, so let's get started. Let's move those things out of the road. So what I did was I took my largest black piece, and I've cut on the fold lines just on one side of the paper. And then I'm going to just trim that off like that, because this is going to be folded like that. And then this one, you're going to fold in your little ends on the fold line as well. Grab a bone folder here. I'm going to do that and that. Now I'm gonna take my Tombow liquid multi-purpose glue. Okay, so I'm just gonna put some glue here. You could also use Stampin' Seal Plus. You want something that's really gonna hold it. So you just glue these up on the sides, and let's just hold that for a second. And then I'm gonna take this piece. This one is the 5.5 by 3, and it's scored at 1.5. So I'm gonna burnish that one. And then I'm gonna do the same thing here. I'm gonna trim up one side and then just cut off. It just makes it less bulky when you're gluing this way. Okay, so I'm just gonna apply my glue just right on these little edges here that I've folded up. And then I'm just gonna take this piece and lay that down and that piece down. Right, like that. And then just hold that one for a second too. It doesn't take it long to dry. Yeah, give it some pressure. Okay. Now I'm gonna take this piece, and this piece will go into here like that. And then I'm going to go ahead and glue down this piece and this piece, and make sure, let me go ahead and do this one first. I like to get it around the edges. Just attach that like that. And then make sure you're just going to put a little bit of Tombow on the back of this piece here. And I'm going to put it inside of here. Bye-bye. Just push that all the way up in there in the center. And just let that dry. And now I'm going to take this piece and slide this down in here to see where I'm going to match up my upper piece to my lower piece. Make sure I have it the right way. That looks good. Just wanted to make sure I got it, all my lines going the straight same way here. Okay, so I just have a little bitty outline of black showing. Okay, so there's that. Now I'm going to pull this one out. And now I'm going to take my little smaller piece, and I think I'm going to stamp this in the red, the cherry cobbler. And this one says celebrate in style. And so I put that, oh, you know what? This is a photopolymer stamp. So I like to use my piercing pad that I've covered in grid paper. There we go. So there's that. And now I'm just gonna take, I left a little edge all the way around on here as well, and put that right there. Set that over there for a second. And now just attach this to the inside, and this is where you're going to put your gift card, and then fold this up again. I'm going to place this onto here and put that up in there like that. How cute. Okay, and so now I'm going to take my strips of my cardstock and designer series paper. So I'm just going to apply just a little bit of glue and attach this onto here. like that. And so now I'm gonna take, let's see if I have any extra there, and I'm gonna take it, and I want it over, oh, about that far, I guess. And so I'm going to take this out for a second first. I'm gonna cut this right along the bottom. You could measure it ahead of time if you want to, but I just wing it. Okay, so now I'm gonna glue this piece down onto this top little piece, right like that. Okay, and then now I need it on here. And now there. Right there. Just so it looks exactly. Okay, so then I'm just gonna take this piece and then just trim it off here. Okay, and there's that. So now, put this in here. How cute already. So I'm gonna take my punch that is part of the bundle with the gift wrap set, and I'm going to punch out. Okay, so here is my scrap of cherry cobbler, and I'm gonna cut out a bow. Cute. And then I'm gonna take my scrap Classic Christmas Classic Christmas DSP, and I'm gonna cut out this piece, and I'm just gonna glue these two together, just offset. Make sure you get them going the right way. So I'm just gonna glue and go put a little bit on here. Squeaky voice. And then put that on there just to give it a little 3D effect, although I did not pop it up. Didn't want it popped up. Okay, so there's that. And then I actually just glued this down to here, and I'm not going to glue that down yet until I see where my little words are going to go on the outside. But before I finish, I have some mini glue dots that I'm going to put one behind the little piece of the knot that goes on the bow. So I can put that right there. Cute. Okay, so I've got a piece of 3/4 by 3, and I'm gonna stamp right like that. Very good. And then I'm gonna take my banner punch, push it right in that 3/4 inch slot. Whoops, that didn't go back all the way, but that looks good. And so then I'm actually gonna take the other side and put it in the other way, like that. How cute. Okay, so then this, I want to be able to read it, so I'm going to tilt my bow right where the words will still show. And I'm just going to use some Stampin' Seal on this piece, and I think I'm going to put it about right there. I just want it like right here. So I want this to just stick on the top half, so this will pull out like that. And there you have it. Okay, again, this was project number 1 in the Christmas Giftables class 2020. And so let me bring out my other ones now and show you. Okay, so there you go. Let me know if you have any comments about it, if you have any questions or need some help. You can reach me on my blog at tinalovestostamp.com, and make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube channel. And I'll be back with the last project very soon. So thanks for joining me and have a good day. Bye-bye.